Good evening, everybody. It's just after 7 on a Monday night, and it's time to go wild. Welcome to the Time to Go Wild radio show here on Halton Community Radio 92.3 FM. We are also live across the internet on www.hr923fm.com/listen and on TuneIn. You can contact the show radio@widnesworld.co.uk and via Facebook and Twitter.com/ttgw radio. You can contact us by telephone 01928 835 291 and by text 07716 672 874. Start your messages with TTGW. All messages charged at the standard network rate. I hope you're ready. It's time to go wild. Happy 2018, everyone. Hiya, Doug.
It seems like I aged before we've been in.
Well, it is, in fact, because we missed a show for a slight incident that involved my car and somebody else getting rather affectionate with it. So, yes. But no, we're back. Everyone's back. And we're raring to go for another Time to Go Wild here on HCR. So don't forget, you can contact us radio@widnesworld.co.uk via the emails, or you can drop us a text 07716 672 874. I suppose I better press the button and get on with this bit because it's going to take a little while. Here we go. And we're going to roll all the way back with the results because we don't want anyone to miss out. Starting back with the IHL and the Challenge Cup back on December the 13th. Dundee Stars 2, Sheffield Steelers 7. 16th of December, Five Flyers 3, Belfast Giants 3. 19th of December, Sheffield Steelers 6, Dundee Stars 1. 20th of December, Guildford Flames 3, Cardiff Devils 3. 22nd of December, Milton Keynes Lightning 2, Nottingham Panthers 1. Moving into the Elite League, back for the 15th of December, Dundee Stars 4, Edinburgh Capitals 2. 16th of December, Milton Keynes Lightning 6, Coventry Blaze 1, Braehead Clan 3, Guildford Flames 5, Cardiff Devils 4, Sheffield Steelers 1, Manchester Storm 2, Nottingham Panthers 1. On the 17th of December, Sheffield Steelers 1, Five Flyers 3, Coventry Blaze 7, Manchester Storm 2, Nottingham Panthers 2, Belfast Giants 6, Edinburgh Capitals 2, Guildford Flames 7, Cardiff Devils 6, Braehead Clan 4. The 22nd of December, Dundee Stars 4, Five Flyers 2, Braehead Clan 2, Cardiff Devils 3, Manchester Storm 4, Guildford Flames 1. The 23rd of December, Edinburgh Capitals 3, Belfast Giants 6, Coventry Blaze 5, Milton Keynes Lightning 3, Guildford Flames 1, Five Flyers 2 after overtime. Sheffield Steelers 3, Braehead Clan 0. Nottingham Panthers 1, Manchester Storm 2 after a shootout. On the 26th of December, Sheffield Steelers 4, Nottingham Panthers 0. Braehead Clan 3, Belfast Giants 2. Manchester Storm 4, Dundee Stars 0. Cardiff Devils 4, Coventry Blaze 3 after a shootout. On the 27th of December, Nottingham Panthers 0, Sheffield Steelers 5, Coventry Blaze 2, Cardiff Devils 3, Edinburgh Capitals 1, Braehead Clan 3, Guildford Flames 7, Milton Keynes Lightning 2. For the 29th of December, Belfast Giants 7, Edinburgh Capitals 2. 30th of December, Belfast Giants 4, Braehead Clan 2. Cardiff Devils 6, Milton Keynes Lightning 3. Nottingham Panthers 4, Coventry Blaze 3. Sheffield Steelers 3, Manchester Storm 0. Five Flyers 5, Guildford Flames 3. And for New Year's Eve, the 31st of December, Braehead Clan 6, Dundee Stars 0. Edinburgh Capitals 3, Five Flyers 5. Moving up to date in the 2018, if my teeth don't fall out. January the 1st, 2018, Manchester Storm 5, Sheffield Steelers 6 after a shootout. Milton Keynes Lightning 0, Cardiff Devils 5, Coventry Blaze 1, Nottingham Panthers 2. On the 2nd of January, Dundee Stars 3. Braehead Clan 2 after a shootout. Guildford Flames 10. Edinburgh Capitals 1. On the 3rd of January, Fife Flyers 6. Manchester Storm 2. Nottingham Panthers 6. Milton Keynes Lightning 2. On the 5th of January, Belfast Giants 2. Sheffield Steelers 3. 6th of January, this weekend just gone. We're almost there with the Elite League. Guildford Flames 3. Cardiff Devils 2 after overtime. Dundee Stars 7. Edinburgh Capitals 4. Milton Keynes Lightning 3. Coventry Blaze 1. Nottingham Panthers 4. Manchester Storm 3 after overtime. Belfast Giants 5. Sheffield Steelers 1. Fife Flyers 3. Braehead Clan 2 after overtime. And for Sunday the 7th, Coventry Blaze 6. Milton Keynes Lightning 4. Edinburgh Capitals 1. Dundee Stars 2 after a shootout. Manchester Storm 4. Guildford Flames 3. Braehead Clan 1. Fife Flyers 4. Cardiff Devils 5. Nottingham Panthers 2. Quick reminder of the 2 EIHA Women's Premier League fixtures from Sunday the 17th of December. Swindon Top Cats 6. Kingston Diamonds 1. Nottingham Vipers 0. Our Widnes Wild Women 2. Now, NIHL Division 1 North Morley for Saturday the 16th of December. Billingham Stars 2. Hull Pirates 7. Sheffield Steel Dogs 8. Solihull Barons 2. Sunday the 17th of December. Hull Pirates 11. Whitley Warriors 0. Dragons D1 1. Blackburn Hawks D1 9. Telford Tigers D1 11. Nottingham Lions 2. Solihull Barons 7. Billingham Stars 4. The 23rd of December, Telford Tigers D1 3. Solihull Barons 0. Blackburn Hawks D1 1. Nottingham Lions 0. Solway Sharks 5. Billingham Stars 2. The 30th of December, Saturday the 30th of December that is, Telford Tigers D1 4. Solway Sharks 5 after overtime. Billingham Stars 4. Blackburn Hawks D1 3. Saturday the 6th of January 2018, Billingham Stars 5. Nottingham Lions 3. Solway Sharks 7. Whitley Warriors 3. Sheffield Steel Dogs 14. Dragons D1 2. And the 7th of January, Whitley Warriors 5. Solihull Barons 3. Sheffield Steel Dogs 3. Solway Sharks 0. Telford Tigers D1 8. Billingham Stars 2. Nottingham Lions 12. Dragons D1 1. Sorry, 2. That was Nottingham 12. Dragons D1 2. Now, finally, NIHL Division 2 North Laidler, December 16th. Hull Jets 4. Bradford Bulldogs 2. Telford Tigers D2 18. Blackburn Hawks D2 1. Dragons D2 2. Sheffield Senators 15. 17th of December. Altrincham Aces 4. Telford Tigers D2 7. Blackburn Hawks D2 2. Coventry Blaze NIHL 10. Sutton Sting 0. Widnes Wild 2. For the 23rd of December, Bradford Bulldogs 3. Widnes Wild 1. Sutton Sting 15. Dragons D2 1. 30th of December, Coventry Blaze NIHL 4. Telford Tigers D2 6. And now this weekend, Saturday the 6th of January 2018, Telford Tigers D2 4. Hull Jets 2. Coventry Blaze NIHL 3. Sutton Sting 4. Dragons D2 2. Widnes Wild 22.
Time to go Wild Radio. We're catching up with Dave Priestley. Dave, big scoring game, but lots to learn and take from it.
Yeah, it was good. Big scoring game in one half, but I think because we were short bench today, obviously only had 2 lines. One of the players even went out halfway through because he didn't feel so good, and it was a tough game. But yeah, all in all, we did well.
Yeah, you dug deep, you kept skating, and some really good chances. It's just finding that final finishing touch.
Yeah, I think the main factor was a bit of fatigue with the lads. Like obviously, as I say, we only went with 2 lines, and it was hard for us. Like we're missing at least half the squad due to illnesses and injuries. But a big game tomorrow against Blackburn, and obviously we hopefully go for the win.
Well, best luck for the rest of the season. Best luck for tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, mate.
Time to go Wild Radio, catching up with Carl Haslam after the Wild were playing the D-side Dragons 2 team. here in D-side. So, Carl, what are your thoughts on that game?
Oh yeah, it was a pretty high-scoring game. But probably the longest game I've ever played. I think it was about 2 hours long. 22 goals is a lot to go in one game.
It is, yes. But everyone managed to get the cobwebs blown off them after Christmas.
Well, yeah, Ollie put in 8 goals past them. That is bad.
But actually, we've got Danny Bullock here as well. Come in, Danny. It's first game back after injury. How does that feel to get the cobwebs off?
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, it was a nice game to get back on. I think it was a good opportunity to get a few goals in and just try to enjoy ourselves a bit, I think, yeah.
So, how's the shoulder feeling?
Yeah, shoulder's feeling good, yeah. It's not in at all anymore, so we'll see how we get on tomorrow, see how it feels, and we'll take it from there.
So what are your expectations against Altrincham for tomorrow night?
Well, it's going to be a really tough game. We're prepared for it, training hard, skating every session, just building that speed to get the chances put away that we need to put away.
Well, everything counts, every goal counts, and tomorrow night is going to be the biggie. So, Danny, your expectations?
Oh, I say same as Ben. I think just got to go into the game, with an open mind and try and put as many past them as we can.
Well, thanks for joining us. Take care. Thanks, and well done for tonight.
Thank you very much.
And our final results from last night, Sunday the 7th of January. Blackburn Hawks D2 6, Dragons D2 7, and the biggie, the derby, the one everyone had been waiting for. Widnes Wild 7, Altrincham Aces 2.
Hi, it's Doug Brown reporting from the Widnes Ice Rink, and I'm talking to man of the match, Mike Moore. How are you, Mike?
Yeah, good. Tied off that game.
So, how did last night's game and tonight's game go?
Yeah, there were two totally different games. D-side last night weren't up to much. We still turned up. We did a job. I think the result was 22-2 along them lines. And then tonight we knew it was in for a different game. We knew we had to step up. It was going to be a tough one after Christmas, but we dug deep for 60 minutes today and took the win. So
is that your first goal for the Wild, or?
It's my second, but it feels like my first. I don't get them too often. So it was nice to get one.
A huge cheer went up when you scored it.
Yeah, I know.
It felt like the first.
It's a rare occasion, that's why. It felt like me first, yeah.
So you're known to the listeners for doing the Monday Mantra.
Monday Mantra, yeah.
So we're going to bring it on early tonight. So go ahead.
So yeah, this weekend saw two different games, opposite ends of the spectrum. Putting a big performance against D-side. It was expected win. Tonight was meant to be a closer game, but we turned up, did a job 60 minutes and finished the week at the top of the league. So
we did.
Yeah, that's where we're happy to be and that's where we're going to stay.
We're playing Hull next week.
Yeah, Hull. We owe them one.
What's your predictions for next week then?
We'll win. We'll win. Yeah. We just play smart and get a job done.
So if we play like we did tonight, we should have a good chance of that.
Not a problem, we will.
Right, thanks very much, Mike, and see you next week. Cheers.
Thank you.
So that's the roundup of the results and our post-matches for this last weekend and all the stuff before Christmas. I think I've got my breath back. Oh, dear.
Shall I introduce our guest while you're getting your breath back?
Yeah, go on then.
Tonight's guest is the General Manager.
Hello.
It's Mike again. You don't know this, but we're going to invite you back on a regular basis.
Yeah, I've heard rumours about this.
About this. So once a month, this is your chance to put your testing questions to Mike.
Ask the GM.
Yes, ask the GM.
So if you've got any questions, give us a text 07716 672 874. Start your message with TTGW, and don't forget, it's a normal number, so you don't get a bill. It's a normal texty number. It's a normal phone. Mike can swear to that. You can agree with that, yes?
It's a lovely phone.
It's a lovely little phone. It's just here to receive your text messages. So 07716 672 874. He can say for sure it's not going to cost a bomb because it's on a normal phone.
So last time we had you in, which is just after you've been announced as GM.
Yeah.
How has your role evolved since then?
Well, it's definitely involved being probably a little bit of the parents of the team, the players, really, to be honest with you. It's being in the changing room, organising them, trying to keep an eye on them. Failing a little bit at times, possibly with certain players, but it's definitely got a lot more involved in looking after the lads and making sure all the team sheets, things like that, are all ready for the games as well.
There's a couple of mischievous ones in that dressing room for sure. We know that.
Yeah, definitely.
Mischievous ones when they come on the ice. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely don't give it up when they go on the ice, when they're in the change room after the games, before the games. They're the same.
So is it as you expected, or is it a bit of a steep learning curve for you?
No, I mean, as part of a team, really, I've been doing a similar role with the Raiders for the last 12 months, really. So it's obviously been with the Raiders. It's been with a team, a management team looking after it, and I say it's kind of a sideways step as well for doing it with the Wild as well now.
So we had a bit of a blip before Christmas.
Yes, the Bradford away game was a little bit. It was a little bit of a frustrating game more than anything else, because I think that we didn't have a bad game really. We actually played very well as a team. It was, and I mean the stats say it all, that the number of shots we put on the goal was just it was up there.
I mean, from a fan's point of view, they played quite a clever game in putting their big man in the middle.
They put the big man in the middle. They played a high man for quite a lot of the game, and that it doesn't unsettle the your set play that you have, but it kind of drew our attention away from our own game a lot of the time. And Bradford's not really it's not one of the easiest rinks to play at. Just the boards and the ice is climbing up the boards. It just makes it a little bit more unpredictable, which I think two of their goals they scored against us were they probably wouldn't have been scored at any other rink.
No, I mean the last one was an empty net goal, wasn't it? So
yeah, the empty net goal. Obviously, we never really look at them, to be fair. But I think the two other goals, the puck hit the ice coming up the boards, and then just rocketed off in a completely unnatural direction than it would have gone. And I think it landed on the other side of Matty for both the goals. So
yeah, I wasn't able to make the game, but I'm just looking at the stats here. I mean, 66 shots according to the game sheet here. 66 for one on Phil Pearson in the Bradford goal, and then you got a total of 33. So it's like out shooting 2-1.
I mean, Phil did have a fantastic game.
Yeah.
And on the day just before, what was it, just after Christmas, he got to play for the Dundee Stars.
Yeah, he was up there playing the Elite League game as well, weren't he? So.
Yeah, and he got called up. So.
But you've got. I mean, the statistics there. You'd normally expect a side that's put 66 shots on a goal on a goaltender to have got more than one in, which proves just how well he was doing in the goal.
He really stood. I say he stood on his head the entire game. He did have a really good. And I say when that team they're a good set of lads, the Bradford lads. So when they play together as a team, even with a shortish bench, they're a good opposition to play, and they know that rink.
So, well, as you said, it's a very difficult ring to play on, because it is kind of idiosyncratic and things happen.
It's one of those rinks where it's not your natural arena style rink. It's an unnatural type of place to play. You get in there and it doesn't feel like you're at an ice rink, with it being inside a building full of all other types of residential apartments and shops below it, and you're going up steps to actually get into it.
Yeah, down steps to get from the dressing room.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I think that's done on purpose. That's unfair for the visiting team. You have to walk downstairs.
Walk down steps to the changing room, the away changing room, to actually get on the ice. So you're taking your life in your own hands to actually get onto the ice in the first place.
I was just due to personal circumstances, I wasn't able to make the game, but it is definitely a quaint rink.
It is,
and you can get a fair few, even just with a small little band of fans in there. They can get very noisy. And
we were very noisy that night, and we did go for the curry afterwards, didn't we? Sorry, Carl, we missed that one.
Oh well, yeah, but I mean, after that one, Saturday night. We'll talk Saturday night, because I'm actually going to big up the Dragons D2 for Saturday night, because they didn't stop. I'll give them their due. I mean, 8-0 down after the first period, and they kept going. Absolutely kept going.
Perry didn't give up.
No.
Which was shown by the third period. I know we backed off slightly, but he didn't give up, and he was producing some good saves.
Oh, third period, he produced some absolutely fantastic saves.
I
mean, I was doing. I was effectively on loan to BASN that night, and I'm up there filming, and I can hear their commentators. And we were going, is that the same goaltender in the third period? Because some of the shots he was saving were absolutely amazing. Nice shots, really put together shots from the Widnes guys. And he was plucking them out there. I'm thinking, he's managed to find a zone, even though they were umpteen goals down. And, the stats there, I mean, the third period, am I seeing this right? 32 shots on the third period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. If that statistic is right, 32 shots for 2 in the third period. That's some saving.
It's some save percentage after that third.
But unfortunately,
I think the damage had already been done by that.
8
stage,
in the first, 12 in the second.
We were 20 up, weren't we?
It was 20 points to 1 at the end. 20 goals to 1 at the end of the second period. It was just like, oh dear.
And there was an interesting clock at the end of it as well, because there was 2:22, 2:22.
Yeah. Check out social media for that picture, and it's you managed to catch that one, didn't you?
Yes. I was on the countdown. I was waiting, and I was making sure they didn't get to score a goal.
So, I mean, it was, in many ways, and no disrespect meant for this, it was the kind of game that you need at times to blow the cobwebs off, particularly after Christmas.
It's the perfect game. I mean, you've got a little bit less pressure than you would have if you're playing a top of the table type of game, and it allows you the team to really just start working on things that they've been doing in training before the little Christmas break, and then start skating. I'm assuming a couple of them may not have actually been on the ice very much the previous week and a half. So
yeah, you don't end up snatching at your sticks, and you're not sort of tense. You can get into a flow.
It was interesting because I think it was Dick Gillingham was going on about people with soft hands, and we were on Saturday, because we were relaxed. There was no flicking off the stick. Was the puck was almost sticking to the stick.
Yeah,
which was good. And we have to mention a bit of history, don't we?
Well, we think we're not sure. We can get this confirmed by some statos, but we think there may have been a goal-scoring history mark here for the most goals scored by a Wild player in one game.
I was actually on another bit of history. Actually,
what was the? There was another bit of history. Yes,
it's a very historic game, that really, because it was Barry Sprakes, who was born in Widnes, as actually iced for Widnes Wild.
He's not just been on the bench; he actually hit the ice. He played the entire third period.
Came on and made a little bit of history, and I think did an excellent job. And
he did.
Made a couple of good saves.
Yeah. Well, 8 shots, 1 goal, but eight. I mean, that one that went in just, I think, caught him unawares.
Well, to be honest with you, the goal that actually went past him, there was no stopping it. That was straight from the blue line. That was a bar down straight in the top corner. There was absolutely nothing that could have been done about that. It was a brilliant shot.
He came off the ice saying that he doesn't normally shoot like that. Because he knew he shot it. He doesn't normally do that.
No, but I mean, credit where credit's due to the Dragons D2 team. They just kept going. They didn't have the biggest of benches either, and they were really short, and they just kept going and kept going and kept going all night. And absolute credit to the sport and credit to themselves.
Definitely.
And the amount of penalties again was minimal because of the kind of game. Was it 2 minutes each? 2 minutes for the Wild?
It was very low anyway.
Mikey Gilbert and
four minutes, yeah. And 2 minutes for the Dragons too. So
I think it's the type of game where the referees actually like refereeing it, really, because they can just let the game flow. And although it took an absolute age for the game, just because the number of goals that took place, I think the referees do enjoy those type of games.
Before we talk about last night's game, I think we'll have a little song for a break.
Yes.
Shall we? And how about a little bit of Queen? And this one I think is rather appropriate, don't you, gents? It's just coming up to 7:30 on a Monday night. It's time to go Wild Radio here on Halton Community Radio 92.3 FM and across the internet, w.htr923fm.com and on the TuneIn. You can also check us out through the likes of some of your smart speakery things like Google Home and all the like. Just ask to play Halton Community Radio through TuneIn. We've also got our text 07716 672 874. Start your message with TTGW if you've got any messages and questions for the show in general. Well, gents, we were talking about the D-side game, but we're going to have to talk about last night. What a chalk and cheese weekend that turned into. I mean,
we expected a hard game, and it didn't really happen.
Well, it wasn't. It didn't have the usual over feistiness.
It looked as though the Autumn lads were still on the Christmas dinner.
Oh, I don't know. Because personally, now people can beg to differ with me on that. I thought we looked a little bit scrappy in the first sort of 5-6 minutes. Our passes weren't quite linking.
I think for your very first part of that first period, it was a very much a case of we were expecting this to be a tough game, and there was still a few nerves.
Yeah,
definitely a few nerves in there right at the beginning. But I think there was once the first goal went in, I think that really settled things down.
Yeah, well, 8:24, first goal went in. That's when the game started to get life, and you can look at the statistics for last night, and in a way, the points of the night go to Ollie, leading the way, 3 goals and 2 assists.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic run. He got 8 goals the previous night. We thought he was on for the triple hat-trick, but didn't quite make it, and then got a hat-trick last night. But, managed to even spread the scoring around. But, I've got to say it, goal of the night. Goal of the night does actually, for me, go to Mike Marr. Beautiful setup by Matty Barlow, tape-to-tape pass, and pops it in top shelf. It was beautiful.
I don't think they expected the finish on that.
No.
It was just.
There's no argument with that. Mike says he gets a few good goals every year. Well, keep doing that, Mike, because we'll take every one of those you can provide us with.
Oh yeah,
it's like Lee's goal the game the night before. Kempy's, he says he's only got 1 good goal in the season, and that was a beautiful goal.
We'll give him that.
Yeah, and Simon. I've noticed the way they've changed things around. Simon on the power play, right in front of the goal, manages to be a bit of extra screening and gets another goal for his statistics. So he's starting to put a couple in now, which is nice to see. Yeah. But I think, to be honest, the whole team played as a big unit last night. They didn't play with fear. They played strong. And both teams wanted it, and you could see just how much both teams wanted it last night. And it being A, the derby, and B, the game at the moment to take you top of the table. You can look at looking at a few of the statistics. 36 shots on Declan Ryan, 33 shots on Matt Croyle. So in terms of shots, it was pretty much even. So you can't say it wasn't an end-to-end game.
You don't often see 7 goals put past Declan Ryan.
No, not that often. But looking at the table, well,
that's where we want to be, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a point in the season where we've got to round about now, and the top 5 are separated by 2 points, with the top 3. It's 4 points, now. The top 5 separated by 4 points. 28, 29, 30, 30, 32.
It just means that I think the rest of the season is just going to be an absolutely amazing running. I think the season has started this weekend, especially for the Wild. This is where the season has started for us. We've had a few mixed results before Christmas, but from now on in, the boys are going to be working very, very hard. And starting with next Sunday, that's going to be a very, very big game.
Yeah.
Top 2 points in at the moment. Take that win, that'll take us 4 points clear at the top there.
And Hull are not easy to play on that big pad.
No.
They know that pad very, very well, with those guys over in Hull. And so it's going to be a big weekend, because Hull will want to go back to the top of the table. Widnes want to stay there. Altrincham are trying to claw their way back up. Sutton are nipping at the heels with a couple of games in hand, and Telford have still got some legs. And even the Senators on 21 points, they've got 18 games played, so everyone else sort of 19, 20 to 22 games, so they can make some inroads, and they've had some big wins. Anything can happen.
It really can. It really
top
can at this
6
stage.
really are, and Bradford have pulled up a couple of shock wins. So.
Yeah, a nice couple of home wins for Bradford, isn't it?
So anything is possible, but last night had plenty of drama, plenty of scoring, a little bit of tussling, and oddly enough, it didn't have a scrap.
No,
not a big scrap.
Not a big scrap. Not a one-on-one big scrap. There was a little bit of a melee in front of the goal at one point, but apart from that, there was no real drop gloves last night.
No. But nice big crowd, nice to see everybody there. We hope everyone who turned up had a really good time and enjoyed themselves. And you guys, the people in the crowd who were there cheering, from both teams. There was a good turnout from Altrincham fans, and thanks to all of them for turning up and supporting the teams. It really made for an absolutely fantastic night.
And we've got to mention Danny Bullock's return, haven't we?
Oh yes, Danny Bullock's home return as well.
I mean, he scored a hat-trick over the weekend, which is a good return.
Oh, it was a beautiful goal, that one. He got this first one to open his tally on D-side.
Yes.
And we would give a shout-out to the 50-50 for last night.
Yes, I think we should. I think over since the season started, it's been averaging £100 a night at home.
Yeah.
So for £1, you can go home with 100.
Yeah. I mean, last night,
last night we were on, I think the record is £132.
Yeah.
Pounds, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
For a £1, that's not bad.
Not bad for a quid in, and you got to be in it to win it. So, you know, you probably got better odds than winning the lottery. It's not as big a win as the lottery, but if you think about it, it's not to be sneezed at. That, and to all the match night volunteers who put in time to take care of everybody and go out, sell tickets, and make the match night what it is, and of course to all the fans who've been buying the tickets and contributing to the match night. Last night was just, you couldn't really ask for much better, could you?
No. That was a very good atmosphere last night.
So
I think the players know each other very well as well.
You said the boys were in good voice. We should leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. There was some fantastic singing voices heard before the game.
It wasn't led by a certain Welshman, was it?
I can't comment on that.
But
going on from Welshman, can we mention a couple of birthdays?
Yes, of course we can.
We're going to mention Bez's dad, because Bez's dad had a birthday while we weren't on there, so happy belated birthday to him. And today is Stuart Brittle's birthday.
Happy birthday to Stewie.
Happy birthday, Stewie.
Any more?
That's it at the moment. We've got another one coming up next week, but we'll announce that next week.
Okay, yeah, another one. But if you want any birthday announcements, anniversary announcements, anything, and you might not want it on the night, or you want it even on a match night, and you want it done here on Time to Go Wild Radio, drop us an email, radio@widnesworld.co.uk. You can also drop us a text. We only usually have the phone available on the night, but it can pick it up. If you put TTGW at the start of your message, send your text to 07716 672874, or you can give us a shout via the Facebook page, TTGW Radio, and the same for Twitter. Oh, you know what? I'm going to hit a button, and it's time, I think, to have a look at the quizzes, because we haven't done the quizzes for a few weeks.
No,
let's see what the EIHA have been talking about, shall we? So, here we go. Now, Team Stripies, courtesy of the EIHA. Going back to the 11th of December, because we didn't do the answers to week 10, we'll try and cover these as quick as we can. Team A iced the puck, and the back linesman instigates the icing. Team A makes a player change, and then icing is called. What should the linesman do? And the answer is, gents,
the linesman should swap the players to change back, and the referee should issue a warning, rule 93.1.
Because basically you're not supposed to change the player on the icing. So, question 2. I'm assuming it's player A5 is assessed a delayed minor penalty for hooking. On the stoppage of play, Team A is assessed a bench minor penalty. How many players must Team A put in the bin? Now, what do we think it should be? What would you go for from instinct, guys?
I think we said 2, didn't we?
I'd go with 2. Yeah. So the answer is?
The answer is A5 shall serve his minor penalty. Team A shall designate another player to serve the bench minor, and the teams will play 5-on-3.
So, yeah, it's 2.
So got that one right.
And the final question from week 10. Team A, player 15, receives a 2-minute minor penalty at 3 minutes. Team B, player 12, receives a 2-minute minor penalty at 3 minutes 30. The referee signals a delayed penalty on Team A, player 23, but before the penalty is assessed, there is a goal scored at 4 minutes and 10. Does a player return to the ice? If so, who? So it sounds like they're playing 4-on-4 to me, doesn't it? and there's a delayed penalty call.
And we would say no.
I would say no, and the answer is
no.
Is no.
We are correct.
Because basically it's classed as a standard delayed penalty goal.
Yeah.
Right. Moving swiftly on to week 11. Right. Question 1. This is a complex one. Team B are attacking Team A's goal. The referee has a delayed penalty on Team A. Team B has no goalie on the ice. Part 1. Team B misdirect the puck and it enters their own net. What's the call? Answer?
A goal.
It's a goal. And who gets credited with the goal? Yeah? Any takers? I know the answer to this. I do actually know the answer to this one. It's the last player of the opposition who touched the puck. So it could be the goaltender.
All right.
So the goalie can get assessed a goal if he was the last player of the opposition to touch the puck. So there you go. Part 2. On the way towards the net, the puck changes direction from a Team A player touch, and the puck goes into the Team B's goal. What's the call?
No goal.
No goal, because it's classed that they've interfered with the puck's movements. Question 2. Team A is 2 players short, so they're 5-on-3. In the last 2 minutes of the game, going into overtime. At a stoppage, they request the measurement of an opposition stick. The stick is legal. What action does the ref take? Now, this is one I didn't think it was this answer. But the answer is...
The referee needs to award a penalty shot against Team A. If a captain of a team that is 2 men short in the last 2 minutes of regulation time or at any time in overtime requests the equipment measurement that is not upheld, the referee will award a penalty shot against the team requesting the measurement.
So there you go. And question 3. Player A is on the puck and is legally checked hard by another player. In the process of this check, which starts to the shoulder, the checking player's shoulder rolls up the body of player A being checked, and it results in a check being delivered to the head. What is the call?
No call.
That'd be no call at all.
No
That's
call.
the primary contact point is the one that they came for the penalty.
So there you go. It's not a check to the head, it's a normal check. And to this week, which also has the answers. So 2 players are having a confrontation and one player swings his stick at the other player. What penalty tariff is used and under what rule? Oh, so go on. What would you call? So basically, it's 2 players having a ding dong and one swings his stick at the other.
That's going to be a major penalty.
It's either a 5 game or a match.
Yeah.
And they say slashing, but I suppose it depends on the kind of movement. It could be a slashing, it could be a spearing, but yeah, it's either a major or a match. So, question 2. If a player deliberately knocks the helmet off an opponent to force him out of play, should there be a penalty? And if so, what penalty should be assessed?
There should be a penalty.
What do you think it would be?
I'm going to be calling a minor penalty for that. It's not going to be
It's a minor.
A major penalty on there.
It's a minor.
Yeah.
What kind of minor?
Roughing.
It's roughing. I'd have thought sort of kind of equipment interference or something, but yeah, apparently. And the last one. Can a goaltender continue to play with a broken stick? And if it's only broken along its shaft? And the answer's quite simple.
No.
Be a no,
No.
straight away.
Yes.
It's illegal equipment, isn't it?
Yeah. He has to basically drop his stick. So, more from the EIHA's little box of questions next week here on Time to Go Wild Radio. We'd like to thank the EIHA for putting them up each week, and some of them are very taxing.
It actually makes your ability to watch the game better because we can understand some of these weird and vulnerable decisions.
It means I can shout
And
at the referees a lot more.
why
as
are
well.
they doing that? Yeah. I understand how difficult the referee's job is.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, so, next weekend, chaps, it's the biggie one in Hull. The big ice, the big road trip.
So should we do the up-and-coming game features then?
Ooh, if I find the right jingle, we will in a second. oh dear, I'm losing the plot tonight. Which jingle number do I want? I want the news one. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. That's the one I want. Here we go. Don't forget to check out the widneswild.co.uk website and all of the social media feeds for your usual run on all your Puckers Pals own and loan shirts. There might be a couple left. Check out the website for details, your podcasts, your highlights when they do finally go up. There is coach travel to Hull this Sunday, but we can't confirm a time yet, so keep an eye out on all of the Widnes Wild's social media.
Yeah, own and loan that are left are number 19 Warm Up, that's Nick Manning's warm up shirt. Number 70 Carl Haslam's away and warm up, so there's 3 left. And we come up with the up and coming fixtures. As has been mentioned, Sunday the 14th, Widnes Wild are away to the Hull Jets, and face off is 17, it's 5:15. On Sunday the 14th, the Widnes Wild women play at home against the Chelmsford Cobras, and face-off is 5:30. On Saturday the 20th of January, Widnes are away to the Sutton's Thing, and face-off is 4:30. And on Sunday the 21st, Widnes Wild need to get a little bit of retribution for the Bradford Bulldogs beating us. That's at 17:30. And on Sunday the 28th of January, the Widnes Wild are... Is it away or home?
On the 28th?
Yeah.
I think they are at home on the 28th. We should double check. I'm sure they're at home on the... Yes, they are.
Oh, Widnes Wild are home to the Coventry Blaze, and the face-off is at 17:30.
Yeah, so that's a roundup of your scores. And your up-and-coming fixtures for the rest of January. Any fixture changes, keep your eye on the social media feeds for any potential fixture changes. So, yeah, well, unfortunately we're going to have to win a little earlier tonight. We've got a few minutes left because we've got an unfortunate handover on the studios, but this coming weekend, really looking forward to it.
Really looking forward to this weekend. Yeah.
Well, it's home from home for me.
Well, exactly. You're a bit of a local, really, I guess.
You'll be split, aren't you, really?
No. When it's a Wild v Jets game, it's Wild. I'm half Lurkle. 22 years in all, I'm half Lurkle. So, by the way, if anyone from the Hull Jets is listening, I will be getting in touch to say I'll be coming over with the toys. So, all being well, there'll be a highlight reel from that game. Yes, gentlemen smirking. No, we know about some of the toys that the boys have, and we're not talking about that.
No.
But, we saw a tweet from Tom Ratcliffe saying he's getting ready to be back because he wasn't on the ice for this weekend, so he's looking forward to things and getting fired up. And all the boys are looking pretty fired up after the events of this weekend, for definite, I can say. It's going to be a good one. I mean, it's a fair road trip, but it's not too bad to get over to Hull. It's a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've either got that choice, go to Hull, or if you want a bit of hockey and you're not going anywhere,
you can go and see the women play against the Cobras.
Yeah, and they had a good win before Christmas, and they'll be looking forward to the extra support. So come and see Widnes Wild women play the Chelmsford Cobras at 5:30 on Sunday, and it's a good night. It is a very entertaining game.
An interesting game, that.
Yeah. So, anything in particular you can sort of take out of this last weekend for the team?
No, I just think that it's just clear that this team has really grown. They play as a team, they play for each other, they know the job they've got to do, and when they're going into a game, they're in there mentally prepared, physically prepared, for most of them anyway, and they're ready to win.
Yeah. I mean, looking at it from a spectator's point of view, the new guys have come in and slotted in fantastically.
Brilliantly.
When on Saturday Ollie mocked about with the lines a bit on the third period, and you couldn't really tell that people weren't playing with their normal line mates.
No, I think they gel together. They train so well together as well now that they know where each other's going to be, even though they're not on a normal line, which is how hockey should be.
Yeah.
Prepare for the unexpected in hockey, really.
I just think it's going to be one of these ones where it's the usual thing on the Hull ice. It's so big, and it can be a strange one when you're used to playing on a smaller pad, but as long as we go out there, again, play our game, keep our heads. They've got some good players at Hull. They've really come on this year. And, I mean, the Jets have had always have an up and down in their ebb and flow, and they've been up there at the top of the D1 leagues in the past, so they'll be wanting to go back up. I mean, it'll give the Pirates some competition if they've got the Pirates and the Jets in D1 next year, depending on the structure of the league. So, but those lads at Hull, they work really hard, and they're used to that big ice. So it's one of those different kinds of styles of play because you don't get pounced on as quick, do you?
I think this season, I think we've got quite a bit of big ice. I mean, you've got the likes of D-side, Sheffield, obviously Hull as well. They're all big pads.
Altringham's a reasonable size.
Yeah.
So
and we've got players who've played on those pads as well. So it's you've got experience, and they can pass that on to other people, can't they?
Actually, I'll give that as another extra credit to the lads from D-side, too, for Saturday, because that is a big pad, and they were short benched. And you're playing short benched on big ice against a team that's out skating you for a major portion of the game. It's hardly surprising they were coming off the ice feeling shattered.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie Perry's tweet afterwards, I'm surprised he was able to sleep because he was probably seeing pucks flying at him at all angles in his sleep. Poor so-and-so. Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to end a little bit earlier than normal because we've got to do a bit of a hot handover on the studio. But we will be back next Monday with more Time to Go Wild Radio after either one of us at the Women's game, one of us probably at the Jets game.
No, I'm going to the Women's game.
Yeah, so I'll be back on Thursday, all being well, from 9 o'clock with more musical mayhem on the Box of Delight. So if you like something a little bit alternative in terms of your mainstream music that can go in any direction at any moment, tune in from 9. Thanks to Mike for coming in once again.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
And we hope to catch you all again next Monday for more Time to Go On Radio. So, Doug,
Good night.
From me, for another week, we're going to play out a little bit of Led Zeppelin in Kashmir. Till next week, ta-ra.